beat any of these players if he's having a good day. Hotline and Super are really the only players. All right, so let's get the colors right here. KD3 is red hat Pika, and Josh is signature
the classic no hat. Except against me, he always goes red. For some
because
reason.
you also play no hat, right?
Because I also play no hat.
He's trying to channel his inner Kuro.
You play red hat?
Dude, always. Since day one. Actually, no. I think the very first time I ever played Pika, I didn't realize you could turn.
You didn't know there were hats?
I didn't realize there were
Yeah, that's fair. I still don't know.
Okay, so what are your predictions for this?
I don't know. I can't. I feel like last time they played, it's usually Pika Falcon. I feel like it's been kind of a while since I did Pika Diddles.
So I don't know why KD is playing Pika for a couple of reasons. I think KD's Falcon's better. A, I think KD is actually pretty good at the Pika Falcon matchup. B, and I think that
they played at Xanadu, and I believe KD3 won. But I don't know what the matchup was. I didn't get to see the set.
KD won. To me, this just like I feel like we just got to run it back with Falcon. Like I don't see KD beating Josh in a Pika Diddy.
I don't know. Well, recently, in the past like year or two, KD3 has just like been more and more, and we talked about this like. Both KD3 and low power have been kind of moving more and more in the direction of Pika.
Oh, is that true? Okay, so maybe I'm not giving him enough credit. I'm viewing this as a KD secondary.
Yeah, I would call this a main at this point for KD3.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, he plays a lot of Pika now.
All right, I didn't know that, so then we'll see what happens.
But I do feel like it's an odd choice just because KD3's Falcon is just so good. He's like one of the best players at this matchup with Falcon.
The thing is, you have Bark, who only ever plays Pika, right?
Yeah.
Actually, one time he did go Falcon versus me, which was a crazy move.
I totally forgot about that.
Crazy move versus me. Anyway, tell me how you feel, because you are also a Pikachu main. I'm a Pikachu main. To me, the most comfort that I have in an entire bracket, I'll play an entire weekend, SmashCon weekends.
Yeah.
The best I feel is when I play somebody. It doesn't matter how good they are. They could be the best player in the world. They could be the worst player in the world. If someone takes their pocket Pika out versus me, it's like, to me, it's free.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I main this character. You're not going to beat me with your pocket Pika. It just won't happen. And I kind of feel like a lot of. Do you feel that way as a Pikachu? Like when someone just takes out their random Pikachu secondary?
It's definitely a point of pride. I had a set against, maybe it was ages ago, Tacos. I was doing well against him. He pulls out the Pika for one game. I destroy him. He immediately switches back.
I mean, that's what
I'm like that. It feels better than anything. It's like, get off my character.
Because I mean, you have to imagine that Josh has probably played this matchup. 10 times, 20 times the amount KD has played. He's just coming in with more knowledge. Having said that, KD's doing okay right now. It's in a Pikachu Ditto. It could be worse.
That grab. KD3 does do. I mean, Josh, as good as he is in this matchup, he famously doesn't practice at all. Like, there's things that he like, fairly basic things that he's just not willing to do in the Pika Ditto, or just with the character, that you can kind of get an advantage with as KD3, just in terms of like tech skill, basically.
So what knowledge do you have about KD? I think I've seen KD's Pikachu only a handful of times. I don't even know what I'm looking out for. Is there anything special that KD's bringing to the table in terms of play styles, do you think?
I don't know. Josh, that's one thing Josh has recently been really working on, his up Bs, like getting the ledge cancels.
Yeah.
I mean, KD3 is a pretty fast Pika, but other than that, as you said, it's like someone. I feel like he hasn't really played enough Pika to the point where I have a real firm identity of like, this is what his play style is like, the way I have for someone like Josh.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
I mean, against me, he always goes Falcon. Is the thing.
I gotta say, I do think that's the right call. I think that if KD stays Pika, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you're rooting for, like it's just gonna be this. I think that Josh will just slowly beat him. Because again, this is the story of a Pika main playing someone who, and again, maybe you're right. Maybe KD does main Pika now, but like historically, if I see a Pikachu main, oh my
that's Josh.
Yeah,
if there was any question on the hats.
If I see a Pikachu main play someone who's not a Pikachu main and they're playing Pika, like it never goes well. It just doesn't go well.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough in general just to play the Ditto against someone. Like you're gonna play the Ditto against someone that mains the character and you don't main the character,
Yeah.
it feels tough.
I think this is the right call.
I think this is the right call. I'm happy to see it. KD3, just the way KD3 plays this matchup as Falcon, it's just so clean, man.
It
looks
good.
so clean. He makes it look so simple. He just does like the normal stuff, but he does it so much better than everyone else. Look at that. That perfectly spaced fair and then pivot around to face the other direction so he can get this combo. It's such tiny, subtle details that makes the textbook stuff work way better than it works for any other Falcon.
Yeah, I like watching KD3 play because to me he plays the way that Falcon should play.
Exactly.
Because what's special about KD's Falcon is he does not do anything special. And I mean that as a compliment. I'm a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the game in all aspects, the competitive nature. I think it's an art. And I think that there's a beauty in somebody doing the right thing just multiple times in a row.
Yeah.
And when I watch KD's Falcon, I don't watch somebody who's trying to like be flashy and stupid. Like I think for so many years it was part of the culture. Oh my God, dude,
That's
he's
fair.
smacking him. Jesus Christ.
This is what we wanted to see. This is the KD Falcon.
Yeah.
He just does normal stuff, but
Exactly.
it just works so much better than it works for any other normal Falcon.
Dude, well,
doing
this is what I was
normal
about to say.
stuff.
For so many years, the culture was that like Falcon mains are just gonna like if you wanted to like play quote unquote cool, you'd play Falcon.
Yeah.
Which is the irony is he's like one of the most boring characters. Like, he has like one combo, right?
Yeah.
But regardless, like he runs fast. I get it. I have very small brain, so whatever. Anyway, so KD doesn't do that, and I think for a long time, like maybe like Boom was the only other Falcon who was like, I'm gonna play this character optimally. But all the other Falcons, like they never tried to play like an optimal Falcon.
Yeah.
And I think KD is that optimal Falcon. Like he's not playing Falcon because Falcon's a fast character. He's playing just a very generic Falcon, and it works for him.
Yeah, the way there's so many of these just little micro situations where when you
Oh
like
my
look at that
God.
fair, that falling fair, the perfect timing on it to cover
Jesus
Pikachu
Christ.
trying to run under
What
every
a
other
downer!
Falcon, and he does a downer to S smash to steal it.
Dude, I've never seen that downer. Isn't that crazy? Like this game is so beautiful. I've never seen that downer. I think that most Falcons, myself
The downer
included,
tech chase on the side plot like that.
100%. I probably would have done like a pivot, up air, and tried to
Yeah. Up air, try to get
Dude,
up air up
that-
E, but maybe
that-
the up E doesn't kill there.
Exactly. I think that down air was so beautiful. And again, dude, like that's not flashy. That's nothing special. But it's like, it's just like it's just something I think that we only really see people like KD do.
And the way he got that opening, the way that whole combo started was with a fair and neutral. And every beginner Falcon that's been playing 2 months does fair and neutral, and they get punished for it constantly.
Yeah.
KD3 does fair and neutral, and he does it with the perfect spacing
Yeah.
and the perfect timing to call out exactly where Josh is going and gets a whole 0 to death off it.
Because what he does is that the sort of new Falcon forward air that you're describing, it's they don't do it too early or too late. They just do like a generic fair.
Yeah,
So it
they're just in their mind, it's like, I'm doing a fair.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit on the rise and it doesn't hit on the landings. It's just a waste of an attack. Where KD either does an immediate fair and gets the fair on the way up, or they do a fair, a landing fair, which is how we saw him win the last game. Unfortunately, though, if you are Mark Sanchez, I've seen this happen at Keystones.
At Keystone, I mean, these guys have played a mini Keystone.
Where one of them just washes the other one, and then it just goes back and forth.
I feel like KD3, really his strongest power is just watching what the other person's doing and perfectly placing his moves to call out the way they're moving, you know? He's not just like, I'm going to do a fair. It's like, you're going to dash at me like this, and I'm going to do a fair that perfectly covers it.
I actually don't hate that nair he just did.
It was a good nair.
I probably would have done the same nair. It didn't work out for him.
Yeah. No, it was really close.
I like that as Falcon. I don't think people do it enough. Yeah, and those are the moments that like are really good. We were talking about DI before, dude. Like somebody with a really good DI probably could have got out of that.
You think so? That's pretty tough.
You'd have to be like perfect.
Ooh, the dash attack. So Josh needs this edge guard back.
That was not a good one.
Yeah, that nair
he only has
wasn't
9%, so even if Josh 8th in there, like he's still gonna get the stock. But KD's still.
Oh
my
what?
God! I cannot
Josh.
believe that had to have been like pixel perfect, dude.
But Josh just sitting on the ledge there.
To be honest, I didn't think that he was gonna make it.
You didn't think he'd make it back
I did
either?
not think he was gonna make it back.
Ooh, up smash.
I think that probably was a tech error. There's no.
Yeah. But he's
up
ready
air
to
is way
fall up to
better.
up smash.
You know, KD not playing that well this game, but still kind of smacking him.
He's still kind of up 4 stocks to 2.
Oh, that roll was an accident, dude. Oh, you hate to see it happen.
And when KD3 is playing like this, it just feels impossible. I had a set like this against KD3 where he beat me in like 7 minutes best best of 5.
Dude,
Like,
you know
it just feels impossible.
He's one of my least
man.
favorite people to play.
It feels ridiculous. It feels like he knows exactly what you're gonna do and just puts a move there every time.
I really don't like blind gate.
Like the difference between this and the Pika Ditto that we saw.
Oh, that was actually a decent. Oh my god, dude. So, all right, so if you're Josh, like I don't think Josh is playing like he thinks he's gonna win though. Like I just said, like that was such a lazy ledge option by Josh.
There were some bad ledge options there for sure from Josh.
Like
You need to take your time on the ledge there, you know? You can't just do the first thing that pops in your mind.
in the same way that we were talking about how in JPX versus Tommy, like you need to pick a lane. I
Yeah.
think that Josh just kind of played middle of the road there. It didn't work out for him. I think when KD's playing the way he's playing, you got to really slow it down as Josh, or you got to just fucking run in. And it felt like we weren't
Honestly,
really
I think the
seeing
running in might work for Josh. Josh is pretty good at that sort of style against Falcon.
Oh my god! And that was the rising forward area. that I was talking
See,
about.
that was the rising fair. He also does the falling fair.
Yeah,
He does it to call out exactly like he knew Pika was going to jump at him with an aerial, and he calls it out perfectly.
Good.
Great shield jump.
Yeah, if you're an aspiring Falcon,
Josh kind of flailing here.
Yeah, Katie's forward airs are a really good example. Yeah, if you're Josh, you really got to slow it down. I actually, from a competitor standpoint, I don't think it was a wise idea to jump right into this game 4. If I'm Josh, I leverage this when I have a hard loss.
So stop and think.
Stop and think. Take your hand off. What I do is I unselect my character, so my
Pick it
opponent
off.
can't even restart the game.
Yeah, take your 30 seconds and
Dude,
and
fuck
just
30
think.
seconds. I'll take the full minute. Take the full minute. Even if it doesn't do anything for you, at the very least, it ices out
Hurts
your-
them.
Dude, 100%. Like,
Wizrobe tactics.
100. I have no shame in it. Like if we get 60 seconds between a game, dude, if you fuck me up, well, it depends. If you fuck,
I don't like that as much.
there are situations where we've talked about where you know how, especially with Tommy versus JP, like JP was just kind of on the losing end of a 50-50. In a situation like that, I have the opposite advice. Don't overthink it. Just go in. You know, you lost some coin.
You didn't really. You have to figure out if you. And that's a really good point. Like you have to figure out if you lost because you're fundamentally playing it wrong, or if you just, you know, two things went wrong and you just run it back and get there.
In this case, I do think that Josh is fundamentally playing it wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that he needed that minute. But at the same time,
It's the ledge.
Josh is a beast, and
He's still in it.
I think I could see them running this back in losers.
I mean,
Or
see
in
him
winners.
winning this.
In winners.
KD3 still has to win it.
Or I guess not a winner. I don't know how they'd run it back. But I guess if they, well, you know what the
If
fuck
Josh
I mean.
could win this game, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you think Josh could win?
It could happen. I mean, the game's not over.
I give it a 7.5% chance. Yeah, now I give it like 5.
He's just kind of flailing, like just jumping at KD3, and KD3's always ready for it.
We did see that that one famous SmashCon win by who was it? Kyoshiki. who
What
beat
was that ledge
Warrior.
cancel? You see that?
We'll see.
It's just one stock. I mean, it's Pika Falcon, one stock lead.
Yeah, but it's
Wispy.
and no jump either. I don't think KD recognized that he had no jump.
Josh has been so aggressive off the ledge. And
His
even when you
ledge
talk
play-
about taking a minute, like sometimes you just
his ledge play
KD3
wasn't
looking
great.
fantastic. Dude,
Yeah.
when you're on the ledge, sometimes you just need to, you know, take a few seconds and think, do a few fakies off the ledge.
Yeah,
pick your option.
Yeah,
He
so
never did that. He just jumped off
when
every
we
time.
played at SmashCon, you actually you talked to me after the game because